The Flash here, and I'm gonna tell you all about classifying matter. Here's the big thing you need to know about classifying matter. Basically, matter is either going to be a pure substance or a mixture. If you are a pure substance, it's the same thing throughout the whole part. So, for example, water is all water. Gold is all gold. So for a pure substance, it's going to be the exact same thing throughout the whole product or whatever it is. Mixtures are when you have two or more elements that don't chemically combine, or two or more compounds that don't chemically combine, such as if you were to put sand in water, that would be a mixture. Another mixture would be like brass, which is different metals put together that don't chemically combine. That would be a mixture. So let's talk about these things. For a pure substance, it will either be an element or it will be a compound. Elements and compounds. Elements are pure elements, just like off the periodic table. So, for example, that would be something like gold or oxygen. Compounds are when you have two or more elements chemically combined, like water, which is hydrogen and oxygen. Every part of water is hydrogen and oxygen. Sugar is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. All parts of sugar are that. So that's the difference between pure substances for elements and compounds. Mixtures can come in a variety. It can either be heterogeneous or homogeneous. For homogeneous, it looks all the same, like if you were to have sugar water or salt water. It looks like a pure substance, but it's not. Heterogeneous is when there's mixtures and you can see the differences between them. You can see the layers. However, you have to be careful because homogeneous creates solutions. You can call a solution homogeneous. Like again, salt water or sugar water. You can see through it. Heterogeneous though, some of them you can clearly see the layers. Like if you're to put rocks and water together, you can see the layers of rocks and the layers of water. But colloids here, colloids are the tricky one. Colloids are like milk. They are things that look exactly the same throughout. They look homogeneous, but you can't see through them. So here's my advice. If it all looks exactly the same, but you can see through it, that's a solution. Like air, you can see through air. However, if it's something that looks all the same but you can't see through it, like fog or milk or grape juice, that's a colloid. That's heterogeneous. So even though you don't see the layers, that's heterogeneous. So once again, when you classify matter, it's either going to be a pure substance or a mixture. If it's a pure substance, it's either an element or it's a compound. If it's a mixture, it's either homogeneous or it's heterogeneous. And if it's heterogeneous, it's either a suspension where you see all the different layers, or it's a colloid where that looks homogeneous, it looks exactly the same, but you can't see through it. And again, if it's homogeneous, everything looks the same and you can see through it, like sugar water, air, salt water. There you go. This is the Flash, signing off. Whew.